Hey everybody, this is Brett. Hang on just a second. I gotta turn that light off back there. I'm sitting here in my underwear. It's getting warm already, you know? Okay. So, I was just taking a little trip back in time and checking out on Google Maps this house that I lived in when I was 15. And remembering the first job that I ever had working for somebody else. Like, maybe I had before that, like a little job doing this or a little job doing that. But this delivering papers for the San Diego Union Tribune was like a real job, you know? It was a job that I got paid every month. I think it was maybe every 2 weeks I got paid. And I don't really even remember how much it was, but it wasn't very much. I can tell you that I remember I had like between 75, maybe 60, and a maximum of 80 or 100, 60 and 100 subscriptions. And so I would get up every morning early. So I delivered the Union. In San Diego, the morning paper was the Union. I don't know anymore. But the morning paper was the Union, and the evening paper was the Tribune. And I delivered the morning paper, and so I did that before school, and I'd have to get up at like 6 in the morning, 5:30 or something ridiculous. And so I'm going to show you the house that I lived in San Diego, and then I'm going to show you the paper route that I would ride in. And that winter it was so rainy. It just rained and rained and rained on me. And every time it would rain, you'd have to bag all the newspapers in plastic bags. And so that took an extra at least 30 minutes. And so, it wasn't like you could just go online and check out the weather. You didn't really know. And like when you were a kid, you didn't watch the news or anything like that. It was just a matter of kind of winging it, and sometimes I'd be late for school. But in any case, check it out. This is the house that I lived in San Diego. This is the house. And, okay, I shared a room with my stepbrother right behind there. It was actually 2 stories. That may not look like a 2-story, but it had a second story in the back that had a slanted roof. And my room was right there. This was kind of like a family room up there. And then there's 2 bedrooms downstairs in this back corner below there. The living room is here. The garage is here. And I would get my newspapers delivered every day, and I can't remember where he would leave them. The van would come, and early in the morning it was still dark, and I think he left them on the side of the house. But I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I had a Huffy 10-speed bicycle with racks on the back. Okay? And on the rack I would put these bags. There was these canvas bags that I would load full of newspapers. And so I would do all of that in this corner of the garage. It's really trippy, I'm telling you, it's really trippy to see the garage. That right there, behind that freaking garage door, right there, that is where I did my first job every day. And I would put you had to put rubber bands, and if it was raining, you'd have to put bags on the newspapers. Then you'd have to load them all into these bags on the back of your bike, and packet as many as you could get. We're talking, 60 to 100 newspapers. And when that thing was loaded down, it was heavy. It was heavy. Think about that. We're talking about a stack of newspapers. Like, it was a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to take you on a trip over to the apartment complexes that I would deliver the newspapers. How many people we got here watching this? 6 people. You should appreciate this, you 6 people. You get to see where I got my first job. It's like a tour. It's like a free guided tour. Are you excited? Okay. So imagine me on a rainy morning and it's still dark. And I've got a bicycle, an old Huffy bicycle. Actually, it wasn't bad. It was a couple of years old. But it was loaded with like 75 pounds worth of newspapers on the back of it. And I open this garage door and I come riding out. And I go riding down the street. Ah, what happened? Wait a minute. Okay. I go riding down the street. And I ride about 2 blocks. Until I come to the intersection of Gold Coast Drive and Black Mountain Road. And right over here is the complex. There's a bunch of them, okay? Look at these, all these apartment complexes that are still there. I don't know how old they are. They're probably from the 60s. They might have been built in the 70s. But all these apartment complexes, zillions of apartments, okay? Zillions of them. And you would ride your bike in there and throw the newspapers either in front of porches or upstairs. It's 2 stories. All of these are 2 stories. Okay, so they're kind of different apartment complexes. And you can kind of see what they look like. But this road goes clear over here, and it goes all the way to the back of Interstate 15, which actually goes all the way to Utah. So there's some dude standing in front of his place. Let's see what the name of this is. The something Park Apartments. And some of these back here are newer. Yeah, I can't remember how old these are. Gold Coast Apartments. The Gold Coast Apartments. I probably delivered to some of those too. But in any case, there you go. That was my very first job in about 1980, delivering newspapers. It paid really crappy. I didn't make very much money doing it. I hated waking up in the morning like that. I'm not a morning person. And, working before going to school, it sucked. And so I quit that after, I can't remember, I worked doing that for maybe 6 months or something. Then I got a job working at Alpha Beta as a bagger. Alpha Beta was a store in San Diego on Mira Mesa Boulevard. I don't think it's not that anymore. Let's see how many people are still with me. 7 of you. Hey, Carolina. Well, it was the same newspaper in 1980 when I was there. And that's what I delivered. It's only one. Yeah, yeah. That's because the internet has killed all the newspapers. But back then, it was the Union Tribune, and the morning paper was the Union, and the evening was the Tribune. And that's what I did. I delivered newspapers. And incidentally, that bicycle, while I'm talking about that sort of, I was at the Mira Mesa Mall one day. I rode my bike over there, and I was just going to run in and grab something real quick, right? You think that you can just leave your bike for 1 minute and get away with it? I might have been 2 minutes. I might have been in the store for 2 minutes. I came back, it was gone. Okay. That's how it is in Southern California and New York and places where there's crime. So anyways, I ran out to the parking lot, and there happened to be a cop there. And I ran up to the car and I said, "Hey, somebody just stole my bike. Did you see anybody?" And he said, "No, but I think maybe he said he saw somebody." Anyways, he hauled ass off. You know how the cops, they go and haul ass off. And I stayed there for a few minutes, and he came back and he said, "I think it was over by the rec center, the Mira Mesa Rec Center. There was a guy with a red Huffy bike." And so he took me over there and he said, "Is this it?" And I said, "Yeah, that's it." I got lucky. I'm telling you, I got lucky, babe. Hello, Joe. Joe, you have to go back and watch this and see where I lived in San Diego, one of the many places. I've lived in about 10 places in my life in the San Diego area. When I was younger, much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way, or so I thought. But yeah, my first job. So thanks for joining me, everybody. I didn't really have anything planned I wasn't even going to make a video at all tonight. But I was thinking that I'd just share that with you, my first job and my paper route. It's too bad that I couldn't actually take you into the complexes there, because you could see inside the apartment complexes, and I could show you how I could, how I threw the newspapers up the stairs and various yada yada. I'll tell you what, though, it was the hardest part about that. One of the hardest things about that job was collecting, because people are such dirt bags, that you go to collect. A lot of people are okay, but a lot of people are just like turd heads about even paying you whatever it was, $6, $8, $10 for their subscription. They owe you money, and you don't get paid unless they pay you, and that's just how it is. So anyways, yeah, it was hard collecting the money from these people sometimes. And so you'd have to just kind of cut them off. Cut them off. There's nothing else you could do. Anyways, that was my first job. I know I said that already. But I hope that you are well. Yay, the weather's warming up. And I'll give you an update on things. Just a brief one. I've just been kind of doing a lot of healing. I know that's what I always say. But I kind of look like, what's his name tonight, I think, with my hair like that. Like, what's his name? Rebel Yell. What the hell was his name? Some people say I look like David Bowie, but with my hair sticking up like that, I kind of look like, somebody write that down there. I can't even remember what his name was that sang Rebel Yell. With a rebel yell, she cries mo, 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 mo. Anyway, so Yeah, I've just been doing a lot of healing, and a couple of days ago, I got through another intense one where I was basically, I could not eat anything. I felt it coming on early in the day. My stomach said, do not eat anything. I need to rest and cleanse and heal. And so I just kept washing out my gut. I was so nauseous. I left no, I didn't eat anything. I just fasted for a day and a half, and I was just nauseous for a couple of days. And I've learned to listen to my body really well. And so that's all I did. I just kept flushing with water from both ends for 2 days. And finally it cleared. And I'm telling you, I've gone through thousands of these cycles. It's hard to imagine going back and actually telling myself 28 years ago that I had that much toxicity in my body. I'd have scared the you know what out of me. And I'd have just said, screw it, I'm just going to kill myself. And that's why I kind of like, it's hard for me to tell you guys, and I'm sure that a lot of people just tune out or unsubscribe or check out. They're like, they can't handle it because so many people are so toxic. And that's why you have to take it one step at a time. And your body will allow you to rest in between the cycles. But it's just been a long, long journey. But I'm telling you, my diet keeps getting better and better and better. And I'm mostly just eating, I eat beans, my protein source, about half the time, maybe more than half now. I still eat a little bit of salmon and good quality eggs. But man, my diet is super clean still. I mean, I'm not a cheating vegan. You know, there are people out there that are like, they're vegan rice bread. I'm still eating some rice bread and lavages. But man, no dairy and no wheat for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. No processed foods for 28 years. Check it out. Whenever I tell somebody, I told somebody the other day I was out picking up trash for the town. You know, the town has or this brewery in town has a trash picking up in day, you know. So I went and picked up trash with people, mostly by myself. And but I was with some girls for a little while, and we were talking about food and stuff. And I told them that I hadn't eaten any processed food, any junk food, for 28 years. And they're like, just kind of, people are blown away when I say that. But it's absolutely true. Absolutely true. But that first 6 months of not eating any processed food, I tell people the story of how I woke up in sweat every morning. Every single morning, my bed sheets were drenched in sweat from just all night dreaming about cakes and candies and cookies, baked goods. It was just like, the thing is that I had been through the withdrawals from quitting smoking, so I had an idea of what that I was going to go through some hell, some difficult period. But after 6 months, yes, 6 months straight of dreaming and sweating all night long, I finally broke through that. And so I've just gone through these cycles and over and over and over again. 8 years to quit wheat and dairy between 92 or something, and or 92 and 2000, something like that. Took me a long time to quit wheat and dairy. And I had to go through all this withdrawal. And after I completely got out of dairy, I think it took many more years to just to finally burn out the majority of that out of my body, because that casein just sticks like glue in every nook and cranny of your body. I was going to say orifices. every nook and cranny. So it just takes so long to get all of the stuck gunk out of your body. And imagine like it took me from when I first started getting mercury fillings out of my mouth. I still go through periods where my mouth just aches. And I got that shit that I'm still. So, I mean, you can imagine if I've still got a sore on my lip, that that whole 30-foot hose from there to there, you can imagine how caked and full of parasites and my God, it's been through the ringer. Seriously. This body, it's amazing in all honesty that I'm still alive. And yeah, Billy Idol. And my brain hasn't even been working very good lately. I'm like, my little voice says to me, to myself, to my bodily mind, etc. Don't worry about it. You're just going through all of this detox. When all of that stuff is coming out your ass and out your mouth, you know that your brain is not going to be working very well. And so you just need to ride the storm out, and eventually you'll get through it, and all will be well. The thing is, though, that when you're wringing your body out like this, wringing and wringing and wringing, that it does damage, okay? So I lost a lot of teeth, you know? It's just that you're not eating a perfect diet no matter what. It's getting better and better, but still, you're eating too much nuts, you're eating too much honey, you're eating too much dried fruit, you're eating too much meat still when you're trying to get rid of wheat and dairy. It's just like, it's getting better. It's gradually getting there. But over the whole 28 years, it's just been a journey, okay? It's been a journey. And then all the emotional healing, going to massage school. I mean, being a massage therapist and working on all these people, connecting your body with theirs and absorbing chemicals and toxins and everything from their skin to yours and vice versa. The interaction, you become a psychiatrist as a massage therapist too. It's not just a physical thing. There's a reason why people don't just become massage therapists. They go to massage school and they think that maybe they'll become a massage therapist. They really want to, but to actually really become one and work full time on people and really do ass kicking good massage, because 95% of them don't, and then to become like a real healer and talk to people and listen to their problems and give them feedback and this and that. I mean, you're probably not even supposed to do that. It's probably against the boards, because but that's how it is when you're a hairdresser, when you're a nurse, and when you're a counselor, whatever. Those are the three occupations that would come to me for massage the most. I had all these women come into me that did those things because they're counselors. They're talking to people while they're getting their nails or their hair done. They're talking to people about all their problems, or. And so you become one of them, and you're helping them with their problems. So it's a strain to be a healer, but then you become one because you need to make the money, and you've been through a lot of the things that they've been through, and so you can give them feedback, and that's just how it is. But most people that go to massage school, they don't end up being massage therapists. They just go for their own healing at the school, and then that's it. They don't actually want to do it. They can't stand to do it. They can't handle doing it. Most of them can't handle doing it. That's just how it is. It's not an easy job. People think that massage therapists make a lot, and well, they usually do make at least $60, $70, $80 an hour. But if you do deep tissue massage, you can't do that many of them in a day, or you'll kill yourself. especially if you're not very thick like me. Now, if you're a thick person and you've got a lot of weight behind you, that helps a lot. The thicker and stronger, that's why I became an Ashi therapist and started using my feet. So anyways, yeah, there were two young kids that set up massage constantly, and instead of doing it hands-on, they used all these, yeah, electric tools. Yeah, that's like cheating. And most people will, like, it's, that can feel somewhat good. Yeah, that can feel good. But it's actually not very healthy because people are getting a lot of electromagnetic fields into their bodies from stuff like that. Any of you that enjoy your electric blankets, you should know that you're getting a lot of EMF in your body from all those little wires in the electric blanket. Don't do that. Just stick with natural blankets, wool blankets. You're getting plenty of electromagnetic frequencies just from the wiring in the walls and in the floor, okay? You don't need to add electric wires in your blankets and then turn it up. I will tell you though that I'll probably save that story. The story of how I lived in a tent in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and had an electric blanket. I did have one of those. And when I was a kid, sometimes I used them. But I didn't know. Now you know to not use electric blankets from all the EMF. But let's see. Nurse feet. Oh my God. Yeah. See, if you're a nurse, you need my orthotics. And I'll tell you that right now I put the orthotics on sale for $75. Regularly $95. That's $20 off, so it's like better than free shipping. And they're custom made to fit perfectly in your shoes. I have dialed those orthotics in. I make them mint freaking perfect now. They're made out of leather and natural latex yoga from the expensive yoga mats. And every stitch is freaking perfect. And so you should try a pair of those and a foot friend massage tool if you are a nurse walking on hard cement floors for hours and hours. Yeah. Plenty of experience massaging those feet and selling products to people that walk on hard cementy floors. Yes, I eat natural sugars. I'll show you really quickly the sugars that I eat. So I love honey from Brazil. They make the best damn honey in Brazil, and they sell a couple of different kinds from at my store, and I have some of that in there. But this is my preferred sugar. See, that looks like Billy Idol, huh? This is sorghum from Muddy Pond in Tennessee. Sorghum syrup. See that? And I will drizzle that on the oats, the oatmeal in the morning, rolled oats. It's sticky on the outside. And that is full of all the minerals still. Okay, so it's still got, it has not been processed. That is a whole food. That's a whole food. It's 100% unrefined, totally not processed. No minerals have been taken out. Sorghum is a cane sugar in the cane family. It's just a different cane, and it grows in temperate climates like Tennessee, just close to here. It's in between. Their farm is between here and Nashville. And so I should go and check it out someday and do a tour. I should call them. They're down home, folks, you know. They're down homers. But yeah, they have these big things that they stick the cane, the sorghum cane in, and it squeezes out the juice. You know, it squeezes out the juice. And it sounds sexy, huh? It squeezes out the juice, and that's what you get, sorghum syrup. So check it out. Go to muddypond, I think, .com. Muddy Pond. Get you a gallon of that. That'll last you a while. Yeah, I'm a nurse and I'm a massage therapist, but I will definitely share your orthotics with my nurse. Yeah. Well, you should get some, madam. You should buy some and use them for your feet. Get some support. See, when you're walking on the balls and heel all the time on a hard surface, even if you have good shoes on, it's not good because you've got to have support in the arch of your feet to create action and stretching of all that fascia in your feet. And not only that, I mean, even that is not good enough. You got to massage your feet too. If you put your foot on the rung of a stool, or if you buy my Foot Friend massage tool, you can do that. That's what I do every single night. I've shown you guys that. It's so important for everyone, especially people that walk around on a hard surface like a hospital floor. Joe, you have a lot to say. Look, I can't leave you guys hanging now. I've got 15 people watching. But you guys, you should buy one of my Mellet Hole pillows. You should, right now, my orthotics are on sale. And also, I've got a whole bunch of wooden spine rollers made. And I haven't sold any lately. I'm like, what's up with people? They should buy one of my wooden spine rollers. They're amazing. You can crack the crap out of your back every single day and massage your back. You should start, what people need to do is start collecting all of the massage tools. Just buy them one at a time. Get you a shindig, get you a Foot Friend, get you a roller, get you a sitting cushion. All the products are amazing. But if you haven't seen the first part of the video where I show where I lived when I was 15 and what my first job was, delivering newspapers, and then I take you to the condo area, the apartment complex area in San Diego where I live. Check it out. Go back to the first of this video. But I'm going to let you go now. I'll ponder on a video of subjects that I'd like to talk about, like, I don't know, things in the news, all the BS in the news, like the Johnson and Johnson vaccine that's been stopped now because blood clots are forming in people. God bless those of you that are smart enough to avoid the vaccine. One of those stinking things. Thanks for joining me.